Good morning, everybody. It is November the 14th, 6:13 in the morning over there on the East Coast. And wow, I've seen some pictures posted on Twitter that snowfall has begun over there in the U.S. And let me tell you, it was 96 degrees here today. And oh my God, is it hot. So anyway, kicking off the week. Last week, pretty fantastic, man. All the way around. CPI report. I'm just going to give you my 2 cents because it's the reality of the 2 cents. It was not good. We had a lower than expected CPI, but the items that were lower were things that you don't need. Whereas the items that are required for you to be able to live, housing, energy, food, those were all up. So, yeah, Janet Yellen was saying, the CPI report, it's, don't get ahead of yourself. All of the ECB and Bank of England Fed heads that were talking on Friday, they were saying the same thing. You're going to get some hawkish talk early in the week. You got Mester at the very end of today, and then you got Bullard later on in the week. I believe it's on Tuesday. But at the end of the day, look, man, we ran perfectly. Back here, October 17th was the day before Netflix earnings start. Netflix earnings were on October 18th. We closed at 36.77. And if you go in and you check your email, you search your email, just type in 4,200. That was when I started talking about 4,200 is coming Thanksgiving to Christmas time. On Friday, we printed 4,000. On Friday, the spread I took, which you go over in the spread room and you can see and you check your email that I said, I'm only taking one trade. That's the trade I'm taking. That's the trade I'm going with. I got filled early in the morning, didn't even look at it, didn't pay any attention to it, didn't bother with it, took 33% without even blinking, worrying, having to worry. A couple of days prior, when we had the CPI and then we had that little shakeout from the FTX over on Wednesday where we dropped down below that 3760 area that we were looking to be support. A lot of guys got a little bit shaken out, but at the end of the day, spreads are spreads. You're looking 3 steps forward, not just what's in front of you. And I'm telling you, it is gravy. I'll show you here in a minute. But before that, I want to go over this. 4 Fridays in a row, green. Brand new streak. We had three. Now we just had 4 in a row. So guess what's coming to you this Friday, guys? This Friday, you're getting a red Friday. You're getting a red Friday come Friday. It's OPEX week as well. So go in here real quick. We're up 303 points for the month of November. Range expansion is very, very important. We just had a 257 point week, bottom to top. Prior weeks, again, being bullish, they're not that big. You don't get big runs that are healthy like that. We had 163, 124. I'll show you going back here to March, the big one that we had. We had a 229 back in July, and coming back up here into March where we had that big squeeze, you had the 1 week, which was 303 points. What we did for the month, this did for the week. And that was when we went up there and we posted that 4,400 after having come off that big hit over there from when Russia invaded Ukraine and we dropped down to 41.15. Which again, even on that week, we wound up closing green because we had a major bounce off of that 41.15. 270 points, 303 points. This needs to be bold. And again, it's just about range expansion. Range expansion, range expansion. This 200-point week that we just had, 257 points, we've already stretched the boundaries. So yes, there is a fractional little bit higher, but we are, without any shadow of a doubt, looking for a very nice dip, which I'll show you on the charts. And on that dip, we are undoubtedly looking to be able to get long under that going into December, definitely for Thanksgiving week, and looking for that to be a major move up into that 4,200 range, which I'll show you in a minute here. Again, here on Friday, I was looking at 4,005, 4,000 calls. We closed at 39.92.93. Full credit, 33% minus your fees. As of right now, the markets are down 16 points. So from 39.92, let's call it 39.80, down 12, just to, kind of mix in 39.80. We're looking at 40.50 for a maximum top today and 39.09, 39.10 for a maximum bottom today. So those are your ranges on the way outsides for the calls, on the way outside for the puts. Neither one of those are going to be priced fantastically at the moment. So again, if you're looking at 5%, you're looking at 10%, fantastic. I'm going to show you here on the charts what I'm looking for. This is where we're at from a wave count point of view, and everything that we've had since the very beginning of the year, other than the big down moves, have been ABCs. ABC, 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 ABC. Here we are with another ABC and another ABC. And if this fails to get up here to that 4120, it's in big trouble, but I don't see that being a problem. Right now, we're above the 100-day moving average. We're above the 50-day moving average. The drops as of right now that I'm looking for is somewhere down to 39.30, 38.81, and I would not be looking for that to happen today. I'd more be looking for that to take place tomorrow, most likely Tuesday or Wednesday when that drop takes place, right down into that area, but by no way, shape, or form am I looking for us to drop down below 38.55 again. No way, no way, no way. The VIX. The VIX. Again, got a big gap here to be filled. You got another retracement that we're going to be looking at here. I'm going to change this because it did drop a little bit lower. 22.37. So looking for the VIX to get up into around that 25, possibly up into that 27 area, and then get shattered back down well below 22, down into the 21.19 area. So again, looking for this to be a little bit of an upside. And as you can see here already, we've got a gap up over the weekend. So again, a little bit too much ahead of yourselves for everybody that was getting on the bus on the week, Thursday and Friday, which was not as bullish as everybody thinks. It again goes back to a week ago when I showed you the VIX being that people were selling calls rather than buying puts. That's why the VIX was dropping over the last few weeks. The dollar lost that 109.014 level when we had that CPI report. Now the dollar is extremely oversold, and what we're looking for is for that 109 to reject. So a lot of room to the upside over here on the dollar. A lot of Fed heads. You got UK GDP. You've got Euro GDP coming out this week. You've also got CPI for UK and the CPI for Europe. So a lot of news over there that can definitely be taking this down and bringing us that dip that we're looking for over on the SPX. Over here on the NASDAQ, I mean, look, you came up to resistance at 286.30. You're 30% from the all-time highs. You're 50 retracement from the COVID lows back to the all-time highs. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary next week from the all-time highs placed last year. And again, we've literally done nothing with this, but bear with me. As you can see here with this line that we've got, this white line, I'm going to zoom out. And I know you're going to get a lot of lines all over the place, but don't worry about those. That's where we're at. We're on that line right there. This line coming down, this falling resistance trend line, that's right where we're at over here on the QQQ. Right at it. So again, having come up to that resistance line, not something with the used up strength and energy that we used up for 2-3 days to get up to here with the big gap ups. Not looking for this to fall on its face, but looking for it to get a retracement down into that 277, possibly as low as 275, and then we'll go and get the Thanksgiving, Christmas rally, use the legs, get back up here into that 294, 296, 300 level. So not too much going on as far as everything goes as of right now. The ES, just looking at it here, Nowhere. We've literally gone nowhere. They took a lot of that news that took place over there off the FTX. You had a little bit of a gap down overnight. Done absolutely nothing whatsoever over the course of the night. The same thing with the NASDAQ, same thing with the Russell 2000, same thing with the Dow Jones, which I will show you as we close off here. And you guys go get ready for your week. I'm sorry for taking so long, but I want you to look here on the YM. A lot of lines, again, a lot of lines. That's 10% from the all-time highs right there. This is within 10% of the all-time highs, and we're right up here at the August highs. We're right at the August highs. SPX 4325 is right here where we came to. This is a one-legged pony show what's taking place here, and it's all Dow. All Dow, little bit of Russell 2000, but most of the part is all Dow. And if you can't run without legs, sorry, bro, but you can't run. IWM, try and get you a clean look. Again, same thing. You're just here. You're well off the August highs, right up here into a resistance level, 189. Sorry, but that's why I was saying on Friday, don't be the drunken sailor going out there chasing calls. It was worth a flip if you were day trading it on Friday, but by all shapes and sizes, we're undoubtedly waiting for a dip, and on that dip, then we can go out and get some calls. So let's see what we get. Have a fantastic morning. I will see you in the chat room.